My latest screenplay deals with the blue-collar worker's capacity for love. Now, the main character must reconcile working on an assembly line with his own changing sexual role. Now, I must tell you, Sylvester Stallone is very interested in the property.
Oh, wow. Do you have any parts left?
Well, as it so happens, we're still looking for the girl he punches out in the last scene.
I'd do it, but my hospitalization ran out.
Do you mind? I'm casting a movie here.
Say, sorry, CB.
I'm going to be going.
Well, before you go, just let me get your number and we'll take a meeting on this, huh?
I'd love it.
Hey, what are you doing?
Cleaning the drains?
Well, at least save me that. I got a hamster needs a beach umbrella. Susan, you're not mixing. You should be out here mixing.
Hey, I'm having a lot of trouble with that Raja. Wants to put me into his next life.
Well, don't knock him. He's fixing me up with a stewardess from Air India.
Look, tell you what, meet you behind the papaya dip in 20 minutes.
Hey.
Hi. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Marvin. Nice party.
Not bad for $5 grand. Actually, 6 if you count Victoria's dress.
You're kidding.
Oh, no, that dress didn't come off a rack, Susan. That dress was made in Samoa. Well, I mean, actually, the dress only cost $200, but she flew back twice for fittings.
Oh, come on, Marvin.
I'm not kidding. I'll show you the plane tickets. And you know, your sister does not fly standby.
Listen, I think she just wanted to look good for you tonight.
You know what's the worst thing about a Hawaiian party, Susan?
What?
The band. I mean, after they finish playing Sweet Leilani and the Hawaiian war chant, you've had it.
Oh, poor Marvin.
Poor Marvin. Oh, poor Marvin. You're right. I was at my office at 7 a.m. I come home at 5 o'clock. I had to spend 2 hours building a fire under a pig. And on top of that, your sister makes me dress up like I'm an extra on Hawaii Five-0.
So, has Vic opened her presents yet?
Well, what's the point of that? She picked out most of them herself. I got to pick out which credit card to put them on.
Oh. Well, I think I'll go back and see what's happening on the Big Island.
Oh, wait, what's the matter? Am I boring you?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, huh? I'm boring you. I'm boring you like I bore Victoria. I think between me and the band, it's a tie for the bore of the evening.
Hey, Marvin, you're just tired, you know?
Oh.
Take it easy.
I didn't want this big party. I didn't want to blow $5 grand. I mean, Vicky and I, we could have had such a nice evening at Chase's for $300.
Yeah, well, did you ask her?
Oh, what's the use? Your sister wants big parties. Everything in her life now has to be a big event. I used to be the big event.
Marvin, you're really being hard on yourself. You know, Vic adores you. You should really talk about this.
Oh, I can't talk to Victoria anymore. I can talk to you, Susan. You know why? Because you remind me of the way Victoria used to be.
Marvin, why don't I get you some coffee?
No,
right?
Susan, don't leave. Please,
Marvin?
don't leave.
Marvin! Marvin!
Oh, no! Oh, no! No! Victoria! Susan! Susan, wait a minute. What are we going to do?
I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm going to find my sister.
Yeah, but you have to tell her I didn't mean it. I mean, it was all innocent.
Was it? Just let me find my sister.
Well, she probably locked herself in the bedroom, so here.
Well, which one?
Pool house, cabana, wine cellar, wall safe, burglary system, tool shed. There it is. No. What the hell is that one? Wait a minute. Pool house, cabana, wine cellar, wall safe, burglary system, tool shed.
Vic, come on, Vic, open the door.
You open it, Susan. It's not locked.
Oh, Vic, where you going?
What do you care? It's your house now.
What?
The maid gets picked up on Tuesdays. The gardener gets paid on Saturdays. And tell him to water the climbing arbutus.
What are you talking about? You're not going anywhere dressed like that unless you plan to jump into a volcano.
You never wanted to be friends.
That's not true.
Oh, it is so. You did the same thing with Derek Sittler.
What? Who's Derek Sittler?
Oh, you're playing it so cool. As if you didn't remember, Derek Sittler was only the most exciting man at college.
Oh, you mean that creep who used to wear Madras pants in the middle of winter?
You didn't think he was a creep when you tried to steal him from me.
Vic, Derek Sittler and I were in Slavic languages together. He was the only other student who could converse in fluent Croatian.
You always were sneaky.
Sneaky?
Mm-hmm. You know exactly what you're doing. You're trying to get back at me for the time I wore your pink blouse without asking you. Well, that is vicious.
Vicious? Well, what about you? What about the time you pulled the legs off all my stuffed animals? I had to roll my bunny across the room.
Well, what about you? You were always writing to sailors. You ruined all my good stationery with your cheap cologne.
Timeouts! Forget about memory lane. Now listen, Marvin's tired. He's been drinking rum out of a 10-gallon coconut all evening. That would tire anyone out. In his condition, he would have made a pass at a potted palm.
All right, Susan. Now you know. Marvin and I aren't exactly Ozzie and Harriet.
Hey, nobody is.
I knew this was coming. You know, in a way, I'm glad it was you, Susan. At least we're keeping Marvin in the family.
Vic, would you cut this out? In that kitchen, all Marvin could do was talk about you, how great you were, how much he wanted to be back the way it was.
I know, but I've changed. And Marvin's changed, too.
Hey, everybody changes.
I know, but I don't know, when we were first married, it was so much fun. You know, we worked together, and we were sharing everything, and we really knew where we were going. But now that we got there, he doesn't need me anymore. You know, he doesn't need me to help him make money anymore, so all I get to do is spend it. And I miss him.
Oh, Vic.
Some party, huh?
Well, the roast pig was a hit.
I thought it was overdone.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the pineapple sauce helped, but I think the pig could have been a little
No.
You know something, Carl? This is a terrific pod. Hey up, pal. Hey, come on, eat up. Otherwise, the band takes it home.
I do not eat, and I do not drink.
I get it. You're cruising for girls.
That is not my bag.
What is your bag?
Only to exist. To be, to feel, to touch, to see.
You get paid for that.
Who needs money? Every year I am weighed in rubies, which I give away to the less fortunate.
What a beautiful gesture.
It is not my idea. My Maharishi is into tax shelters. Excuse me, I see a foxy lady I know from another life.
He's very deep, Milt.
Not to mention full of it.
Yeah,
Susan!
Yeah, later, Milt, later.
What do you mean, later to your employer?
I got man problems.
So it's one of those kind of parties.
I hope so.